Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial on IT.tutorials. I am Josef Botnar. I'm continuing the series of C++ tutorials here on IT.tutorials. This tutorial has the goal to talk about returning a structure from a function. The last video tutorial I talked about using a structure as a function argument. As I told you, this tutorial has the goal to talk about returning a structure from a function. How a function can return a structure. You will see this making an application. So I'm going to make an application which is going to use a function which returns a structure. In this way, in my opinion, you will understand better how this works, and I'm going to give you all the explanations after I finish the application, all the explanations regard to how the application works and how this returning a structure from a function works. So as usual I am going to make first the application, and after I'm going to give you all the explanations needed as I told you a few seconds ago. So let's start and make a C++ application which returns a structure from a function from scratch. Therefore you just click on this button, create a new project. Here you go, select console app C++, click on next button, and here let's give a name for this application, like returning structure function. Okay, click on create button. Here you go. This took us here inside this editor window, where we are going to write the code. Let's remove these comments, we don't need them actually, and this code line here. Alright, so let's start the applications. Here you go, the application is done. As you can see, the result was displayed here in console. Above here I entered all the informations regard to one employee, and down here all those information was displayed in console here by application, by releasing this application. Yeah, so the application works fine, no problem. So let me to give you the explanations about what I have done here. First of all, I used this library string, which is absolutely necessary. It's a must to be used if you are going to use inside your code the string type, as I used the string type here inside this employees info structure. This variable name, as you can see, has this type string. Also, I declared this structures employee info, which is declared outside the main method, as you can see, having these members, which actually are variables. This one has the type string, as I told you, named name. Another one is this init integer employee ID, init integer age, and this double variable named salary. Down here I declare these function prototypes. The first one, as you can see, the argument is passed by reference because I'm using this ampersand here, and I'm using the structure as a function argument, as you can see. Also, this function, this prototype of this function is using the employees info type, yeah, which is the type of this structure employees info. So that means this function will return a structure. Another function prototype is this show employees info, which has this type void and is using as argument this structures employee info, and this employee info structure is passed by value. Inside the main method, I declared this info structure variable using the type of the structure, and this variable info now can have access to all the members of this employees info structure, and on this code line the info variable, which works actually as an object as long as this variable can access all these members of employees infrastructure. And on this code line, the info variable will be assigned by the value returned by this function get employees info, which is using also this variable, this structure variable info as argument, because as I told you, this variable works as object and can access all these structures members, and in this way we can use the structure as a function argument, and by calling this function, this info variable will be assigned, yeah. And also you have to know this function is returning actually this structure, this employees info structure. If I go down here to the definition of this function get employees info, which is returning a structure, so here down here the structure is returned using this keyword return, and actually it's returned this parameter I, which is declared here inside the parentheses of this function using the type of employees info structure, and the argument and the parameter is passed by reference because I'm using this ampersand, yeah. And in this way this parameter can access all the members of the structures, namely name, employee ID, age, salary, which are the members of this employees infrastructure, as you can see. And to the end of this function, the I parameter is returned, and actually is returned the entire structure, because this I parameter is working as an object and can access all the members of the structure and can store all the members of the structure, and in this way the entire structure is returned by this function. So this is the way how a function is returning a structure. This function actually will collect all the information in regard to one employee using this getLine method to get a name entered by user from keyboard. Actually the method will get the name from the console and will read and store the name using this parameter and this member of the structure. And here I'm using for these members of the structure cin, which we read and from a console, and we store the value entered by user from the keyboard using this I parameter and the member of the structure, employee ID, age and salary. So this function will collect all the information about one employee, and another function, show employees info, will display all the information entered by user from the keyboard. Yeah, so this is the meaning of this application, and here in console we have the result. So here actually I entered from the console all the information what I was asked for, so the full name, the ID, the age and the salary, and down here the application displayed in console all the information which it was entered by me here above in console. So that is all about returning a structure from a function. Thank you for watching this video tutorial. I'm waiting for you to watch my other video tutorials on my YouTube channel. See you next time. Bye bye.